I'm 53 years old. And one of the hardest things that it is for me to see today is watching my parents. They're both nearly 80 years old. Watching them struggle to make it. My mother, 2 years ago, had to go get a job. Nearly 80 years old. She works at a fast food restaurant. Works about 20 hours a week. Comes home, she can barely move. My dad, he went to work. He had to go back to work as well. He only worked about 2 months because his body, couldn't take it. And they struggle because they're on a fixed income. Then I look at my children. I've got 3 sons that are in their 20s. And they all struggle. They at one time, all 3 lived together and had another roommate just to survive. And that's been in the last 3 years. And then I look back over 4 years ago. My parents were able to live without either of them working, both retired, because food wasn't as costly, utilities weren't as costly, gasoline wasn't as costly. Basically every aspect of life wasn't as costly as it is today. My oldest son, who's 28, he actually lived on his own in a 2-bedroom apartment. And the other 2, they weren't quite out of the house yet, so they didn't get to experience life under Trump. They've only experienced life under Biden as an adult. And it is so disheartening to look at my parents and how hard they have worked their entire lives. They retired. They were able to relax, go do things. They have not went and done anything in the last 3+ years. To them now, you know what they do to celebrate things? They jump in the car and they go to where my mom works at a fast food joint and get an ice cream. And the only reason they do that is because they take it out of her check. They don't have to have the money for it. My mom has just got to work basically an extra hour for them to sit together, enjoy each other's company, and have an ice cream. And then the realization that my sons are they'll probably never get to go on vacation. The struggles that they're having right now. Probably will never be able to own a home. The American dream is kind of dead now. I just look at how life was so much different just 4 years ago. And that was with a pandemic going on.
Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Your brother Yahweh call from GMS Orlando. And we'll go ahead and get right into the scriptures, because this clip that I played off of this page, the Hopefully Elect 3, pretty much spoke for itself. So get right into the scriptures. Isaiah 24. And I'm going to jump around, but I'm going to start at verse 4. Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, because more and more Yahweh Shemal Shai, he's taking everyone's comforts away, putting a squeeze on these people, or these proud people, you know, and everyone's feeling the hurt, you know. As a matter of fact, real quick, because something I like to say, you know, something I like to say, you know, because Esau, which I perceive this individual to be an Edomite, they are starting to feel what it feels like to be a nigga. You know, they're starting to live like niggas, you know, and in fact, truth be told, Esau, he is the original nigga. All right. So if anything, it's just like welcome home, you know, welcome home, Esau, you know. But Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So like I said, Esau, he's feeling those curses. He's feeling the squeeze. He's feeling the pinch, and he don't like it. This is why. And I just watched an early screening of this movie, because I know it comes out on Friday, but I saw it. What's the movie? The Civil War movie that's supposed to be coming out this Friday. You know, and you know, the trailer, they show this the clip in the trailer where white boy, he was asking, you know, well, what type of American are you? You know, and Lord, when you get the chance to see that movie, hey, you know, it's a pretty good flick, you know, because I just said all that to say, you know, these Edomites, they're gonna take their frustrations out on someone, you know. A lot of Jakes are gonna be just end up being casualties of war, you know, because like I said, Esau, he's starting to feel what it feels like to be a nigga, and he don't like that, you know. He doesn't like that whatsoever. So he's gonna take his frustrations out, you know, and a lot of it is gonna be on Jake, you know. Back in Isaiah 24, I'm gonna jump down. Verse 7, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and the merry-hearted do sigh. And it's only a matter of time before these people, when they have to, when they have to really deal with reality, because even as of now, you still have some, you know, distractions and things of that nature, things that for the most part keep people's minds occupied. But again, the time's going to come, Yahweh Shemal Shah is really going to strip these people down to nothing, and they're going to have to deal with it. They're going to have to face the judgments, all right? They're going to have to deal with reality, you know? And just like I said, more and more of these people, they're starting to feel that squeeze, man, especially Esau. Especially Esau. Jumping down to verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So you see, like the scriptures say, as far as those that laugh now, hey, soon their laughter is going to be turned to sorrow, and Lord willing, our sorrow, our sign is going to be turned to joy, to laughter. You see, the Lord is about to flip the script. He's about to flip the table, you know, because hey, for sure, for damn sure, don't expect any type of sympathy from us, you know, especially you Edomites. You know, hey, it's funny. This is funny, you know. A couple of weeks ago after camp, you know, me and brothers, we were fellowshipping, you know. Some rink-a-dink, raggedy Edomite, crusty old Edomite, he came up to us, you know, wanted to ask a question, you know, and the big bro Damawathia, he said, no, he basically just gave him the cold shoulder, like, you know, take your ass up the street, man. We ain't got nothing to say to you. That shit was funny. You know, because again, if he comes up to a Negro, you know, asking questions, then you know Esau's losing. If he's coming up to a bunch of Negroes, you know, you in your kingdom, buddy. You know, so hey, like I said, don't expect no sympathy from us. You know, I'm gonna go to this in Ecclesiasticus 10, because like I was mentioning, you know, these Edomites, more and more, they're feeling what it feels like to be a nigga, and they don't like that. So eventually they're going to take matters into their own hands. They're going to, you know, go after these elites, all right? You know, because Esau, hey, like the scripture say, if he doesn't do good to himself, then, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Because again, if you're, like the brother Isaiah always says, man, there should be no homeless there should be no homeless so-called white person in America. This is their kingdom. There shouldn't be no homeless white people, so-called white people in America. And like I said, man, Esau, I'm talking about the top wicked elites, more and more they're taken from their own people. Right? Ecclesiasticus 14, verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. And you see, all these average Joe Schmuck, patriotic Edomites, man, more and more, the pensions getting taken away and the 401ks, and so on and so forth. And you see, this is why we see the Civil War, man. we see more and more why there's going to be a civil war out here. Because these Edomites are losing. And not only are they losing, they're losing to a bunch of Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Because, real quick, I'm going to get this. Beautiful times that we're in, Like the scriptures say, blessed is the man to see the downfall of his enemies. And Esau, he's losing in his kingdom. So, rightfully so, Esau, he should bear up arms against his own, He should lash out against his own. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14. Bear with me. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Now, this is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. All right. Lucifer is nothing but a light bearer. All right. Just like to those of us in righteousness, we're Luciferians. All right. We're light bearers in righteousness on the right hand, on the right side. But you got your Luciferians, the light bearers on the left hand. But nevertheless, it's just the point that I wanted to get was the fact that it said, how art thou fallen from heaven? You see, Esau, what is this heaven? Going into his rulership. Again, Esau, he's losing power in his own kingdom. He's losing in his own kingdom. Because I remember at one point, I've done do a lot of deliveries and stuff like that, and I've been going to a lot of these extravagant neighborhoods, and I'm talking about nice ass fancy neighborhoods, gated communities with water fountains damn nearly water, got water fountains in the middle of the front lawn and shit. And you would think it's Edomites, but it's Jake living in those those places, man, those condos, and just home with some actual land. It's Jake. A lot of Jake's living in these. Jake is out here sliding good now. Jake out here living good. Jake sliding good. So you see, man, Esau, he's losing. He's falling. All right, he's losing, and he's losing bad, man. Going back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. So you see, man, because, hey, Esau, he's been able to live it up. Oh, well, now it's our turn. All right. Jacob is the end of the world. Esau, Salakia, slip of the tongue. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So we're in a transitionary period. All right. Esau's going down. Jacob's on a rise. Hey, listen, me personally, when I see that stuff, hey, I love it. Even if it's a 2/3, man. Even if it's a 2/3, I love seeing it. Hey, I love to see it. Because like I said, at one point in time, it was Esau living in these expensive mansions, gated communities and stuff. And now it's Jake. More and more it's Jake. I love to see it. It's just a small prelude of things to come. But in Ecclesiasticus 10, I'm going to start at 1. I'm going to jump around. Verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered. And clearly, that's not the case here. That's why when you jump down, matter of fact, let's read on. Verse 2. As the judges of the people is himself, So are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people. And like I just read, if he in Sirach 14, if he's not good to himself, then to whom can he be good? Especially Jake walking around here thinking that this man has changed, thinking that this man just somehow, all of a sudden, out of all the atrocities that he's committed, he's a changed man now. All of a sudden, Esau just decided to wake up and, I'm gonna go out and hug me some Negroes today. I love me some Negroes today. Nah, man. It's just that hatred has been covered, man. That's all it is. But Jacob's gonna find out, because like the scripture saying, in the end he shall declare his wickedness. So you see, man, hey, Jacob's gonna find out this devil is not for you. He's never been for you, and the hell with him. All right, the hell with him. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And clearly, you see, like I said, in more and more of these videos, man, Esau's coming out, man, crying through and through. Crying, like, what's going on, and complaining. Finished out here, man. Verse 4, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. So clearly, the ones that are managing the world right now are not profitable to the earth. As a matter of fact, when you go back to that Isaiah 24, it goes into how that this curse that's devouring the earth, man. This curse, it has to be rooted out, man. That this cancer, it has to be rooted out of the earth. And from there, the ones that are gonna be profitable as far as ruling the earth, all right, who's gonna profit the earth, and that'll be a time when the world will be reigning in righteousness, man, peace, which clearly the people are mourning right now. Clearly the people are mourning right now. Everyone's tired. Everyone's mourning. Everyone's crying out. All right, the old world, hey, man. And it's only going to get worse. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah. Things are only going to get worse out here. Unfortunately for these people, when we see these things, hyperinflation, all the talks of the news, which is, a lot of it is prophecy, right? It's good news. It's good news to us, but bad news for these people. Good news for us, but bad news for these people. Because we're not. Listen, I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna close it out. The point has been made for the most part. We're not gonna shed a tear from this place when the Lord finally shuts the lights off on this bitch. We're not gonna shed a tear. Revelation 18. Going into the destruction of America. All right, and another thing that I say, man, hey, because right now we cry of Salaki, we sigh of grief, but soon we're gonna sigh of relief. From sign of grief to sign of relief. I believe that the only tears brothers are gonna cry when the Lord finally shuts the lights off on this place, even before the nukes come. All right, but when the Lord shuts the lights off in this place, and brothers ain't gotta get up, depend on these bullshit jobs and so on and so forth. When this society finally collapses, I believe brothers are gonna cry tears of joy, like finally, because we're not gonna shed a tear for this place. We love to hear this stuff, man. We love to see these things, man. Revelation 18 verse 20, and rejoice over her, thou heaven, talking about you Israelites, us Israelites, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged her. Slakia, for God hath avenged you on her. So you see, man, we're not gonna shed a tear over this place. He said, rejoice. We can't wait for this bitch to go down. And like I quoted, hey, seeing the downfall of our enemies, Yahushua said, hey, if this was my kingdom, my servants will fight. So that's why I said earlier, hey, rightfully so, Esau should take up arms and, stir some shit up, man. Esau should lash out because, hey, his elites, the elites are robbing his own people. Esau, he ain't getting a piece of that pie no more, man. Esau's taken from his own people. So he should fight for his kingdom. But like I said, a lot of you Israelites are going to end up being the casualties of war. Because like I said, Esau, they're going to take their frustrations out on Jake, mainly. So, hey, it's beautiful to see these things. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Lord, one of this is edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shah. Shalom to you, hopefully, let.